Bismillah, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, so in this occasion, I would like to tell our presentation about my portfolio, and before that, I want to introduce myself. Okay, okay. There is some type of content is about me, and then personal skill, vision, mission, my experience, education background, and then achievement. For about telling myself is, hello, my name is Ramadhan Kusairi, and then I'm a general network engineer, and then with a strong enthusiasm interest to the networking or IT that's improving in this vocational high school is Edinburgh School, and I have some experience in that MTSNA, MTSRA, then CCNA, and then learning about the CCNP until 40 get, and the last is OS. Okay, and vision and mission. Vision, being an individual who can benefit, help many others, help many people, and creating a positive impact in society. And for the first vision is like, uh, my family is some of the vision of me, like being a individual who can benefit other people in my family is helping other people is that's culture my family. And then for our mission is developing the kidneys always the strength the family, and then the providing meaningful help inspire of the education, and then maintains integrity and the ethic. Okay, for my education is from the elementary school is at the Anas Islamic School, is at the like learning. There's so many of dinia like hadis, akidah, fikih, or even sirah. There's a good of school for the Islamic elementary school, and then I learning that so much like in generals like mathematics or even even PPKN or IPA, IPS, many like that. And then in the next in 221, I got the SMP or junior high school in the Eden boarding school. My junior high school was in from the seventh seventh grade and then until the ninth grade. Then continue my high school in 224 until 227, and then now continue to my personal skill. And then for my personal skills is about the MTSNA, MTSRA, and CCNA. Is that I got the certificate in this personal skill, like the MTSNA, presenting that the basic or the what the education fundamental in the microtic or network, including the IP address, access list, or even switching. And we doing some project like doing the config router and the basic config, and then many others like that. And then MTSRA. MTSRA is like the advanced routing or the advance of the MTSNA, like the this the up listen is like from the MTSNA is learning about the VPN policy based routing, and then tunneling the representation real with the real network topology, and then the example of the live recording like there are simulation. I was using the if FNG, and then they are doing uh some like the real of advanced project, And then the CCNA is just the basic of Cisco. There's the basic concept and then the fundamental of Cisco about about the VLAN, and then the protocol is like the dynamic routing, RIP, OSPF, or like AGRP, and then the basic Cisco device configuration. And then there's all I learning that CCNP2 is it the more advanced of the Cisco is the all of CCNA. The CCNP is like more of learning the BGP. The BGP is like the dynamic routing, but there are some of big the big configuration or the big of network like the one area network is the the city of network like that, and then doing RIP protocol to the HRP, and then doing some adding the dynamic routing include there's the BGP, HRP, SPF, and then HRP kind of like that. Then student experience. The first one is when student experience is identity, and the identity there's I have to teaching three and three until four I think in identity. The first one I teaching in SMKN 6 Jakarta. This the photo of my team. There's one team is my friends Pasha, Fatur, and then brother Fatan Karim. Is that's uh, learning or that's presentation. Learning that IoT is like specifically in Arduino for making that slabbing the uh, this one traffic light, the traffic light, and then explaining the Arduino chip, and then how to use that board and how many like that. And then the second one are going to SMK SMK and Devanta. And this experience I was with my friend that's Hafiza Ahda, Alfino Fatan, and then Ahmad Basik Al Bustami. For that, we are teaching or we are explaining the microtic fundamentals, basic configuration, or introducing that microtic, or introducing the IP address manual like that. You can see there we showing how the microtics learning how that's the microtic configuration to the network connected connected to the network without any trouble. And then the third one, I was in SMK Purnama 1 Jakarta in near of the block M, near of the block M. And then I was teaching the CCNA, the basic of Cisco, including the introduce the Cisco, how that's the Cisco, the different of like a microtic, and then doing some labbing or doing some making project, making topology, and then like that. And then competition. Maybe in competition, I was joining. I was joining like this one is waterfall of business plan, but I'm not in input in LinkedIn. But actually, this is the first one. I'm joining the competition, and then I'm joining the competition is business plan. I know that's not real about me, but I will doing some good, getting the many of competition for my experience, and then this one the first place of winning the competition. I'm the second place of winning the competition bahasaku. Okay, next is like the event of IDN. Maybe like the business survival. That's the business survival is learning that how we survive 1 week in Semarang without without the parents, without the money, without helping others people. And that's we're learning how we survive, how we got the money from that event 1 week, how we got the job, get the failure, not accepted by the company, is that learning the real experience in that event. Okay, for the achievement, maybe for my achievement is the MTCNA certificate and then MTCNA for the microtic. And maybe I think I will like to taking the MTCIA for the advance of certificate. And then the next I was taking the Cisco. That's CCNA, Cisco Certificate Network Associate. This one is the real hard. Is we are small mass learning the basic of the basic of that Cisco until the learning basic of networking, but are really harder to memorizing the dumb. But I think it's good if we learning and then taking the Cisco, not using the dumb. And then for Regi is the free of certificate. This from the I think Regi is from China. The certificate of same of Cisco, but it's the version of RCNA. Okay, and then uh, for that, what I got in experience too is like following the Indian open house become of committee uh, committee is joining like Indian open house is the event is explaining what is Idlebury School showing or what is Idlebury School running, and then the the real of the real or the testimony of that will showing in this event like this one. There's a robotic in the SMP. They are showing of the robotic what they learning like smart home. This smart home is the showing if the weather is right want to raining, he will showing to the data to the laptop, and then the the sh- the third, I think, it will automatically into the house, and then they are showing the two certificate, and then the experience of Edinburgh School, and then this are so many of Edinburgh School like other part of Edinburgh School. And in my booth is Eden Boarding School Jungle. There's the showing TKJ is explaining what we do in Edinburgh School, what we achieve, what we're learning that like the switch or the router to the visitor. Okay, maybe that's all for me. Sorry if there are mistakes. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.